So I was out shopping in the high street with my assistant's dog Zorro, and we came across this dog that had been tied to a bench and abandoned. Now I know it had been abandoned because we've been shopping around for like well over an hour and the dog was still there with nobody around. So I went into one of the local shops, asked if they knew who would put it there. They didn't. They then took the dog in and said they were going to take it to the vets. They did. It didn't have a microchip, so hopefully it'll be rehomed. So in this video I was in a shop and there was like a sudden influx of loads of people that just came into the shop all at once, and this brought on the start of an anxiety attack, as you can see here. So Zora responds to it, which he did really well at. I would also like to say thank you to the staff in Poundland in Bilston for refusing that man in with his pet dog and then letting me in with my assistant's dog, because it was clearly not a assistant's dog. It actually had a slip lead on it that said anxious. So it's the worst possible place to take a pet dog is in a non-pet friendly place. One, it can stress your dog out, and two, it could then lash out and possibly attack my actual real assistant's dog. So after we'd finished off shopping in town, I'd gone to collect my son from nursery and we were waiting outside. As you can see, I was pretty chilled out with the whole thing. This is how assistant's dogs should be. Okay, so I thought I would show you guys how I trained my assistant's dog Zorro to respond to an anxiety attack, as I think I had somebody comment saying they would like to know how to do it. So basically it all depends on how your anxiety comes out. So for me, my anxiety comes out with my legs shaking, my shortness of breath, and pinching and scratching. And Zorro is trained to interrupt those negative behaviours so that I don't end up hurting myself, because half the time I don't realise I'm doing it. So starting off with Zorro's treats. Find something that your dog really loves and would want to work for is the main thing. Now all I'm going to do is hold them in my hand, and I want him to get interested in them. So if I put them like this and he paws them, immediately give him that treat. That way he's figuring out that if he paws at your hand, he will get rewarded. That's step number 1 in training. Step number 2 is adding the motion that you would do if you were having an anxiety attack. So things like the scratching and that, again with the treats that you want. So I'm going to hold these treats and he immediately goes straight to it to tell me no. And the next step from there, that's step 2. The next step is going without treats, and then you reward your dog after the correct behaviour. So again, shake leg, yes, good boy. He gets rewarded with the treats after the correct behaviour. Now all of this, of course, is sped up training. Zorro already knows this. Zorro has trained for quite a while with anxiety response, so please don't think that your dog is failing if he doesn't pick it up as soon as Zorro has done it right now. Take the steps like one by one, like, you know what I mean, like don't try to rush your dog. If your dog's not ready for it, that's okay. Try again another day and things. Just keep at it. Like I started off with Zorro doing like 10-minute sessions and things every now and then throughout the day, and he really enjoyed doing that. Always make it fun. Don't make it seem like work is what I would recommend to do. As you can tell, Zorro loves doing what he does. And yeah, I hope this helps. So this is also waiting for my son to come out of nursery, and this is Zorro's migraine alert.
Good boy. Check. Yes.
I kind of knew that it was going to happen that day for some reason. And
Great.
this is, I was doing some training in a shop, and I decided to do a bit of clicker training with him, get him to find me in a shop so that I use the clicker instead of, you know, there may be some days where I can't speak or talk, or I find it hard to speak up in shops and stuff like that. So the clicker is a better way. And it's just for emergencies, really. If ever a scenario comes up where I'm, for whatever reason, parted from my assistant's dog and I need him, I can use the clicker to get him to come and find me.
Good boy. Up. Come find me. Come find me. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Good boy.
So this is whilst we were just in the shop. This was his second alert of the day for a migraine. I think it was being set off by the fact that it was just really hot that day. Unfortunately, heat for me is a big trigger. And 45 minutes later, I ended up with a migraine.
Wait.
So, yeah. And here again is more training for Zorro to come and find me in a shop environment. Again, using just the clicker. Because as I say, sometimes I find it hard to speak. Especially in public places. So here we just put a little bit more distance and a few more sort of turns in between and stuff. We're just building this up, really.
Yes.
This is just in case, I say, like, emergencies for whatever reason Zorro is away from me, and he can come and find me if I need help from him.
Good boy. Good boy. With me. With me. Here. Here. Come on then. Sit. Sit. Through. Sit. Good boy. Look at that face.
So, me and my assistant's dog Zorro are going to the zoo next month. We rang the zoo up in advance to double check to make sure that they accept assistant's dogs. And they said, yes, they do. You just can't go in like the lemur walkthrough and like the bat enclosures, just because the lemurs are, you know, they're mixed in with the public, and so are the bats and things, and obviously I don't want any accidents there. I was just wanting to know if anybody else has taken their assistant's dog or service dog to a zoo, how it went, and how did you prepare for the trip. Like, obviously I can't desensitize Zorro to a tiger. So how did you kind of prepare him or her to go to the zoo. Yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to have a good day. And yeah, please let me know how it went for you guys if you've ever been to a zoo with your assistance dog or service dog. Let me know.